my name is Rachel Dorsey, and thank you for stopping by. I'm so excited to be here. I say this at the beginning of every video, but I genuinely am excited. And I'm extra excited today because I haven't sat down and filmed a YouTube video in a really long time. The last one I did was just a quick apartment tour that I did because people wanted to see my apartment. But now I'm being a little more intentional with coming back on YouTube, and I am so excited to see what might be in store for me and what I can create and what I can bring to you guys to bring value to your life. So today I am here to tell you 5 things that I genuinely believe in. I kind of thought about doing a 10 little fun facts because some new people have been finding my YouTube channel, including people that I work with. And I feel like this is a great way to kind of get to know me in a different light, especially because some of the people that I manage at work are finding me. If you know me from Amazon, hello, good to see you. I know it's probably weird seeing me without a mask and looking a little different without my hair back and my safety vest, but this is me. Hello, welcome, thank you so much for your support. But yeah, some new people have been stumbling upon my channel, so instead of doing the typical boring little 10 fun facts about me that I would probably have to come up with super stupid stuff to come up with 10 fun facts about me, I thought about talking about 5 things that I genuinely believe in because I'm just like super passionate about these topics. I love thinking, I love talking, I love coming up with theories. It's a big part of what I do all the time. If you see me just like sitting somewhere, I'm probably coming up with a conspiracy theory in my head. So let's go ahead and get into the video, but before we do that, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, you hit that big red subscribe button and the notification bell next to it so that you never miss one of my future videos, because I am hoping to start posting more consistently so that we can see each other a little more often. Okay, so the first thing that I genuinely believe in is that everything happens for a reason. I think that every single person, every single event, no matter how small or large, that happens to you is happening for a reason. And I kind of believe that with some flexibility. So sometimes like things happen to us and we're like, oh my gosh, why did this have to happen to me? And it's super unfortunate and we really wish it didn't happen, but it's up to you to look at it in a way that it will benefit you. Like, no matter how bad the situation is, there's always something that you can learn from it and you can always grow from that. And so I have gotten to a point in my life where I've decided to take these unfortunate events and look at it and say, okay, how's this gonna make me better? Because yeah, this sucks and yeah, I wish it didn't happen, but I'm not gonna leave it at that. I need to turn it into something new. So once I started doing that and kind of looking at everything in the universe that affects me is happening to me for my greater good, I feel like my outlook on life has completely changed. I feel like I have been through like some crappy stuff lately, but at the end of the day, I'm still happy, I'm still content, and every single day I'm getting better and better. So even if it's something as small as like you get a flat tire, you know, that's pretty obnoxious. It can be fixed quickly, but it's probably ruining your plans. Maybe that happened to you to save your life. Sometimes I have to come up with things like that because it's just like, oh my gosh, why? But maybe if your car would have kept going, you would have gotten into a car accident and you would have killed someone or someone would have killed you. It's things like that that like I feel like make these inconveniences easier to accept. And sometimes it's much smaller reasons. Sometimes it's like, maybe I just needed to learn this lesson. And so yeah, that's kind of where I stand with that. So every person that I interact with, even if someone just says, hey, I like your shoes, I feel like that person was supposed to cross paths with me for a reason. So the second thing that I believe in 110%, which I'm not gonna go super in depth to because I feel like I could make an entire video on it, is that there has to be a higher power. So I'm not gonna get too deep into religion because like I said, could be a whole another video. And I wanna make sure that everyone feels included in this video no matter what your religion is. So I'm gonna kind of keep my religious perspective out of it and more of my general perspective because it's a really cool thing to think about. So I like started genuinely believing that there was something greater than humans when I took an astronomy class in college. So in that class, we learned how solar systems are formed. And the way the solar systems are formed is pretty crazy. And I definitely recommend that you read up on it because I'm not gonna go into super detail about it because it's just a lot. So the simple version of how a solar system is formed is that there's a cloud of dust and gas, and some type of disturbance makes gravity start to enact on it. So it pulls it together And as gravity is pulling it together, it's also making it rotate. So it starts spinning faster and faster and faster until all of those particles compress into planets. And then here we are. And if you think about that, okay, like sort of makes sense, right? Like that could happen on its own. Could be a total coincidence. But when I think about it, literally gravity just pulled random stuff together in space. And then all of a sudden, humans were there. Like, humans are so complex. We have feelings. Our bodies can function like perfectly. We need food, we need water. Water literally falls from the sky so that we can drink it. We can grow stuff out of the ground to survive. The way that our whole planet works so that we can live and breathe, and how complex we are, like we have brains that function and communicate out thoughts, and we have bodies that keep us alive, but if we don't drink the water, we're not gonna live. What? Like, I'm sorry, but there's no way that random matter that was just smashed together in space created us without something being behind it. Does that make sense? So pretty much, I just don't believe that that could happen without there being some sort of intention behind it, because it's just too intricate for pretty much gravity and dust making us. Do you see what I'm saying? So obviously there are tons of different religions that believe that there are different gods or whatever you may believe in that are behind the reason of the universe. And like I said, not going to go into detail on that, but that is how I came to the conclusion that there actually is something greater than us. Next, number 3, I genuinely believe in karma. I just established there has to be a higher power. And whether karma is that higher power or is like something under that higher power, I do believe that there is something that gives you back what you give out. So you're doing people dirty, you're making some shady moves, you're not being a very good person, I think eventually, even if things are going good for you now, eventually karma's gonna come back and dish all that back out to you a million times worse. I also believe in good karma. I think if you're a good person and you're putting out good energy, doing good things, eventually the universe is going to reward you for that, and it's going to reciprocate that good energy and those good actions that you've put out. So yeah, there definitely is repercussions for being a bad person. 110% believe it. I think if someone does you dirty, you don't need to be the one to take it upon yourself to like get your revenge. I've never been one of those girls who like, if their boyfriend or whatever does them dirty, like going out to get revenge, whatever. No, something out there is going to do it for you, and it's going to be way worse than you ever could have imagined. And I don't think that like you should be out to like give revenge or like wishing bad on anyone. I think if you wish bad on someone, like that bad energy is gonna come back. But like the way I look at it is, if someone does me dirty, they're going to be given a lesson that's going to make them a better person. At the end of the day, like as hard it is, no matter how bad someone does me, like no matter how dirty someone does me, at the end of the day, like I just hope they find their way and become a better person so they don't hurt other people the way that they hurt me. Number 4, I genuinely believe in people having special gifts, like being psychic or anything like that. I think it's real. I have a video where I talk about how I can see the future. I've definitely experienced having one of those gifts myself. And yeah, I think it's true. I do think there are people out there who like fake it, but I think there are people in the world who are a little more in tune, and for some reason they are chosen to have these special privileges where messages are sent to them from a higher power, and they get to give them out into the world or make actions based on them. Yeah, so if you want to know about my prophetic dreams, you should go watch that video. I haven't watched it in a while. I might remake it. I don't know. I haven't really had any visions lately. I get mine in the form of dreams, but people have visions, like that's so Raven. There has to be people out there like that. But I do think there are people who fake it. But mediums and stuff, I am a little skeptical of mediums, but I'm very interested in it. And number 5 is a little bit different, but I learned this lesson and I'm so grateful that I did. I genuinely believe that one of the best ways that you can achieve happiness is through learning to be alone. I have like been on a journey for several years, really learning how to be alone and how to be happy being alone. And once I did that, I feel like my relationships changed for the better. My relationship with myself changed for the better. And I'm so, so grateful that I did that. I've lived alone for probably about a year and a half now. And I am so grateful for that, because having that time to be totally by yourself and operate by yourself really, really gives you a better glance at who you are and why you make the decisions that you do. And now I feel like it's made me a better person, a more decisive person, someone who's way more comfortable with myself. And I'm not saying that you have to live alone to do that. I'm just saying make time to really get to know yourself. Like, I love spending time with myself. I take myself out places that before maybe I would have rather had people with me. And I still love being with people. And I'm not saying you have to like cut off everyone, you have to be single, anything like that. What I'm saying is like, you should take a day or like half a day and just spend time with yourself on a regular basis. So like a couple weeks ago, I went to the park, I had my coffee, I had a little mat, I had a book, I was just reading my book in the park and like really enjoyed myself. And someone who's like struggled with anxiety a lot, before like going out in public and doing things like that, I would be really anxious about, but I just went and I was content and it was a really nice time. I genuinely believe like you should take yourself on dates. One of the hardest is going to a restaurant by yourself, but I've done that before. I think I mentioned that in another video, and I do think like it's a really good experience. Take a book with you, enjoy yourself. Lotus. She's crazy. I love her. That's Lotus. If you want to see her, she's in my apartment tour video. She just went into the kitchen, or I'd give her a little better introduction. But yeah, spend time with yourself. It's so worth it. It makes you get a better appreciation for yourself and for other people. And I'm gonna give you a little bonus one just because it's been on my mind lately. It's not as intricate as everything else I just talked about, but I genuinely believe in mermaids. Like, I really want to believe in mermaids. I don't know if I should say I genuinely believe in mermaids, but we've only explored like 10% of the ocean. So I think there has to be something like a mermaid out there. Like, it might not be like we have idealized in media, but I do think there has to be some sort of creature like a mermaid out in the ocean. There's so much we haven't explored, so much we'll probably never be able to explore, which is really frustrating. But the ocean's a really cool place. It terrifies me, but all those creatures that live out there, it's literally like this whole little world on our planet. So yeah, that's about all I have. Just my 5 little things I wanted to talk about. If you ever want to talk about any of these with me in person, feel free to. If you have any other cool ideas, anything that you genuinely believe in, comment it down below. Text me, message me, anything. I would love to talk about it with you. I love exploring ideas. Super passionate about constantly like challenging yourself to gain knowledge and to question the knowledge that you already have. So I'm always open to have any of those sort of conversations. Also, thank you to all of you who responded to my Instagram question asking what you would like to see on my YouTube channel. It was cool to see people who I didn't expect actually send in stuff. So I will be working on some of those videos. I'm hoping to film a meal prep video soon because I do that every single week and I really love meal prepping. But if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you can do that at @RachelDorsey_. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye. So pretty much how a solar system is formed. No. I need to make sure I'm saying the right thing. What's it doing? You know I'm a YouTube star. Subscribe to my channel. My cat's down there. And no, I messed up. Then, there's hair in my mouth.